The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored on behalf of Pacific Coast Producers by Camelback Nutrition and Wellness.
Cheese Glorious. Cheese is National Grilled Cheese Month, and joining me today to show us how to pair the perfect grilled cheese sandwich is registered dietitian Kristen Garlick. Good morning, Kristen.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So listen, every day is National Cheese Day for me. I love cheese. I love grilled cheese sandwiches. We were just talking about, when I was growing up for grilled cheeses. Lexi has a story about grilled cheese, but the problem is people pairing the grilled cheese no matter what season it is, right?
Yep, classic grilled cheese pairing. We're going to be talking about tomato soup today. I'm excited to partner with Pacific Coast Producers. They actually can most of the private label canned tomatoes in the country.
Yeah.
So the tomatoes you see at Safeway, at Fry's, at Whole Foods, they're all done through this company, the store brand. I recommend you actually choose the store brand because I've been to this facility. It's amazing.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the grilled cheese here,
Yeah.
but the secret behind a perfect grilled cheese, you said, is...
So the pros know that a real perfect grilled cheese is actually mayonnaise, not butter.
What?
So look that up, trust me.
I never know about mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah, it gets you that perfect crisp.
Sweet. And the sweetness, is that what it is
Yeah.
too? Can you use butter too, or just use the... No.
I mean, there are no rules when it comes
Right.
to grilled cheese, but I'm
Yeah.
just telling you what the pros do.
And how healthy is a grilled cheese sandwich?
I mean, I'm all about balance. You
Right.
know that. So if you have a grilled cheese every now and then, I'm totally fine with it.
Thank you. You heard it from the nutritionist. You heard it from the nutritionist. All right. So soup is a big thing, and
Yeah.
especially tomato soup. And you know what I think I love about tomato soup? You can actually have it all year round because you can either have it hot or you can have it cold, which is called, what's it called? The cold tomato soup?
Gazpacho.
Thank you. Thank you very much. There you go.
Yes.
But you got to make it hot. That's the big
Yes.
thing about it. Okay, so how do we start? Where do we go?
I'd love to have you get started over there. If you
Okay.
could take the olive oil and put it in your pan.
This one here? Mm-hmm. All right, the olive oil.
And that's hot, so you can get started.
All right.
I'll have you add a full onion. So it looks like a lot of onion, but
Okay.
we want a lot of flavor here. We're making,
All this onion?
yes, all of it.
All right.
Perfect. All of that and some garlic.
So, all right. Move a couple of-
Perfect.
The garlic, which is this here?
Yeah, the
How
minced
much
garlic.
garlic should I do?
That's about, you can use all of it. That's about a tablespoon, tablespoon and a half. Again, I'm wanting all that flavor.
Okay. All right.
Perfect.
Got that.
Saute that up, and then I want you to add in our beautiful canned tomatoes. So I've got some whole peeled tomatoes here. I think there's a lot of misconceptions about canned tomatoes that I always love to try to clear up for my patients. I don't know if you knew this, Brad, but tomatoes are actually, these tomatoes go from the field to the can in less than 5 hours.
Wow, that's pretty good. And then
That's
they get
fast.
canned up. And the thing is, they're not canned up like some places put a preserver or anything like that. It's
Yeah,
canned up fresh.
we love canned tomatoes. I always have them in my pantry. Yeah, go ahead and
Pour it in?
add that
All
in
right.
there
Pour
carefully.
it in.
Glad you're not wearing white.
There
Perfect.
you go. I know.
Go ahead and add another one for me.
Okay.
The other thing that I don't think a lot of people notice or know is that canned tomatoes, some people worry about the nutrition that actually happens in the processing.
Yeah.
But canned tomatoes actually have an increased antioxidant content, that increased level of lycopene. So in that case, they're actually healthier than fresh tomatoes.
Nice. Okay, I'm going to ask you on a personal level.
Sure.
I am not a big raw tomato kind of person.
Okay.
But I like them cooked.
Yeah.
Cooked up. So how do you get someone to eat raw tomatoes in a way? What's a healthy way to do
Do you like canned tomatoes?
it? Yeah, I don't like tomatoes. I just said I don't like them cooked.
Yeah, but
Raw, I know.
these are steam peeled and
Okay.
you heat them up, right? So like,
Yeah.
do you,
So heat them up.
yeah,
instead of
yeah.
eating
Do
them
you like
cold.
tomato soup?
Yeah, I do love tomato soup,
There you
but
go.
people like have the raw tomatoes like not cooked or anything, and I
You
don't.
don't
like,
have to do that.
No, okay.
No
All right.
rules.
I love it. Okay, what's next?
I want you to add that broth there. That's about
broth?
2 cups
Okay.
of chicken broth.
Is this the hidden secret?
That just adds a little bit more liquid, some flavor.
Okay. Can
And
you use
then-
vegetable broth or no? or
Yep,
do
you can use vegetable
okay.
broth. If you want to add some of that salt and pepper, and then we
Okay.
also have some basil here. Fresh basil is perfect in tomato soup.
I like this. Is getting very seasoned. I like this. It makes a lot too.
Yeah.
This makes a lot. Throw the basil in there.
Throw the basil in there.
Look at
Perfect.
that.
Last thing, and this is what makes an amazing tomato
Yes.
soup, is the cream. So I actually have some half and half here. You can use heavy whipping cream if you want, but that adds the creamy texture to the tomato
Nice.
soup.
So that's half. You said that's half and half that we
That's
just put in
half
there?
and half, yep.
Can you use like almond milk or anything like that? Or you
I
want to stay
wouldn't.
with
No, I
because
wouldn't.
it won't make it.
not as creamy and the flavor would be a little off.
Yeah.
It's okay to use real cream here. I'm a dietitian and I approve.
Especially you're not using a lot. It's all in moderation and not using a lot, right?
Yeah.
So-
And so last thing for our tomato soup, all we do after this is blend it up. So you can either pour this into a blender or use an immersion blender. That works too. And then you end up with
this
this
right here.
lovely tomato soup.
Ooh, I don't want to spill too much out. Can we get in that?
Simple
There it is.
and so delicious.
Oh my gosh, it does. There it is. So that's
Yeah.
it. Actually, that's easy to make. I may have to make
Right.
that, and then we can eat it cold or
Yeah,
hot.
eat it cold or hot. I mean, as a
right.
busy mom, I'm all about canned food options. And the other thing people don't know is that cans are infinitely recyclable. So especially with Earth Day coming up next week, you got to remember, choose the can whenever possible.
There it is. Love it. Where can we find more information?
So you can find this recipe at camelbacknutritionwellness.com and follow Pacific Coast Producers on Instagram.
I love it. Or you can head over to cw7az.com. All right.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored on behalf of Pacific Coast Producers by Camelback Nutrition and Wellness.